How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today I'll bring you an update on the whole Jussie Smollett kerfuffle. I think by now all of you know, as I know, that this whole thing was a hoax. I knew it from the beginning, but now we have confirmation from pretty much all of mainstream media. Even CNN has come out and said that this whole thing was a hoax, totally false. But there's much more to it just being a hoax, because you have a lot of other entities that are involved. You got the local Chicago police, obviously. You had 12 detectives on this case at once. You got the federal government involved because the FBI came down and investigated not only this incident, but a prior incident linked to this so-called hate crime, which was really a hoax. And you also have politicians involved. You're talking about Cory Booker, Kamala Harris. Presidential candidates are involved with this whole situation. So it's really deep. It's much deeper than just, it's a false police report. It was a white lie. No. Jussie Smollett is in big time trouble and might go to the penitentiary. But before I get into all the news updates, let me give you a brief summary so you understand what's going on, so you're not really lost in the sauce. The initial story that came out was that Jussie Smollett, a 32-year-old black male actor on the hit TV show Empire on Fox, was attacked right around 2 o'clock in the morning in Chicago, right outside of his apartment. He said he went to Subway, got a sandwich. He comes out. People are shouting at him. Hey, that's that Empire N-word, F-word, gay black slurs. And a fight happens. They beat him down. They tried to choke him or lynch him with a rope, which was around his neck. They allegedly poured bleach on him. They beat him down. And then as they were leaving the scene after they beat him down, they say, "This is MAGA country, N-word." Now, I knew from the jump that was false, but that was the original story. Now we know that there was no "this is MAGA country." There were no two white guys. There were no MAGA hats. All of that was totally false. He paid, keyword paid here, two Nigerian guys that look like me, $3,500. And he still owes him $500, by the way, because the total thing was $4,000. But I'll get to that in a moment. Not only did he pay these guys, he has known these guys because they were extras on his show Empire. He follows them on Instagram. They work out in the same gym that he works out in. Okay, so he knows these guys. They are from Chicago, went to high school there, the whole 9 yards. Jussie lives in Chicago because Empire films in Chicago. The police found these guys in the videotape at Ace Hardware buying the so-called rope, which was a thin clothesline. Okay, so everything was just, it was easy to just link these guys to Jussie. I mean, you're talking about world's dumbest criminals. It was easy. Now, to get back to the whole money situation, Jussie paid these guys $3,500 and was going to pay them $500 when they got back from their trip. Where did they go, you ask? Well, these guys, did a little fake hate crime thing. And by the way, they rehearsed that before they did it. The bleach and the rope, they rehearsed all that before they did it. But anyway, these guys fled to Nigeria for 2 weeks right after the incident happened. On the day of the so-called attack, they went to Nigeria. As soon as they came back to Chicago O'Hare Airport, the police are right there like, all right, come on with us. Come down to the station. You're pretty much under arrest. You're being detained. We're going to question you. Mind you, one of these guys has a felony conviction for aggravated assault, which was pled down from attempted murder in 2011. So if you got these guys, one of them at least has a record that's a violent crime, they're in custody essentially being questioned, and then they're let go with no charges at all. Obviously, they snitched on Jussie. So now the police want to talk to Jussie. So I don't know if he's gone down there or what. I don't know if he's on the run right now. I'm seeing reports that he's on the run. I'm not sure if that's true or false, but like my man Akintunde Nation TV said, if they want you and they don't have you, you're on the run. So I'm not sure when he's going to turn himself in or talk to the police, but he's got to do it soon. Jussie, that is, because a Nigerian guy snitched on him and said that he paid him $3,500, still owed them $500 upon their return. Maybe he was not able to get to these guys because, like I said, as soon as they touched down, in Chicago O'Hare, the police are right there waiting on him. Okay, so that's that. Now, to back up a little bit, before this whole incident happened, there was an incident with a letter that was allegedly mailed to Jussie, and I'll place it on the screen before you. The letter had MAGA like scribbled on the top left-hand corner. It had Jussie's name scribbled on it, and it was some like cutout letters, like old school movie stuff, stalker type stuff. And it said, "You're gonna die, black F word for gay person." And in the envelope, there was some white substance, but it wound up being Tylenol. I think the FBI was involved with that whole situation. Now they're trying to figure out where did that letter come from. They're going to search for prints on the letter, because if the letter has prints that matches the Nigerian guys or Jussie or anybody in the circle, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a big time problem. It looks like the letter was sent to make it appear like somebody had it out for Jussie, but it doesn't make any sense. I mean, why would somebody send a letter like that and then confront you at 2:00 in the morning outside of a Subway, beat you down, and not take your phone because you were on the phone the whole time, and then not take a sandwich either? I think he actually ate the sandwich after he went back to his friend's apartment, which was right across the street. So the whole thing didn't make any sense from the beginning, but now we're starting to get a clear picture of what's going on. But to move right along, the FBI is involved with the whole letter situation, and they may be involved with the so-called attack. Because one thing you got to understand, if somebody is beat down like that and it's considered a hate crime, that could be a felony conviction. So these guys that were in there, the Nigerian guys, they're probably being told, look, man, hey, if you don't tell what happened, we got you on a hate crime. You already got a record. Destroying evidence and all kind of stuff, man. You're going to wait for like 25 with the L if you don't tell on your man right now. So Jussie, I'm not quite sure what kind of charges he's going to get, but this thing could go very deep, because right when the incident happened, you had Kamala Harris and Cory Booker speak out against it. Cory Booker said, hey, this is why we got to pass that anti-lynching bill. Let's not forget about that, because there was a rope involved to appear like it was some kind of attempted lynching, although nobody gets lynched anymore. That's something that does not happen. This is not the 1800s. Guns are too readily available. If somebody wants to kill you, they just shoot you or they stab you. Ain't nobody going to go through the trouble of lynching you. That's not something that happens anymore. But I digress. The lynching bill has passed the Senate, but it's not passed the House. And it's been like that for like a year. So maybe they're trying to get this whole thing passed to make themselves look good when they're trying to be out there running for president. They say, hey, we are like the new civil rights leaders. We got the anti-lynching bill passed. And then our friend, the high-profile black actor, Jussie Smollett, was a victim of an attempted lynching by a racist MAGA Trump supporter. So could they be involved with the hoax? I don't know. But what I do know is that right when it happened, Cory Booker did capitalize on it and take that moment to promote the anti-lynching bill, talking about, oh, well, if you didn't think it was a really big deal to get passed, this is the reason why. And I'll place the tweets on the screen and also in the box, so it ain't just me talking. That's what he said. I want to see any kind of retractions from these people. I want to see any kind of apologies from these people. I've not seen that yet, but that's what I want to see. And the reason why I'm focusing on this story is because there are so many hoaxes out there, and it seems like every time something like this happens, a high-profile case, it winds up being fake. I mean, the most recent thing was the Covington kids. I mean, go all the way back to Duke lacrosse, the poop swastika in Mizzou. I mean, the list goes on. There's a whole lot of different hoaxes that have been proven to be false. The hijab attack on the New York subway. Always something like this, and it usually winds up being fake. And the problem with that is, beyond just making us look bad as conservatives or so-called Trump supporters, it just makes victims of actual crime have their crime become lessened in the eyes of the public. People are going to start to doubt them and say, wait a minute, every time I see something like this happen on television, when it's a high-profile case, it winds up being fake or not totally what the person said it was. So now I'm not going to believe you. And that's unfair to actual victims of crime. So Jussie Smollett, amen. I don't know what's going to happen. You're definitely going to get charged with something, or it's going to be a lawsuit. I mean, a lawsuit is going to be in the neighborhood of 7 figures, man. Easy. easily a mil, 5-10 mil. And Jussie Smollett is not a big time actor. We're not talking about Will Smith. We're talking about a guy that's moonlighting as a singer and dancer trying to get a little extra cash. Okay. And it was crazy to see this man talking about, oh, they beat me down. First it was a broken rib, then it was a fractured rib, then it was a bruised rib, then it became, I got moves like Jagger on stage in LA 2 days later. I mean, come on, this is totally BS. So that is pretty much all I got for the update. Again, to summarize it right quick, the whole thing was a hoax. All the media is saying it's a hoax. That's been confirmed. The police are looking for Jussie right now. They want to talk to him. The people that were involved with the attack, they're supposed to be white, racist, hateful, homophobic Trump supporters. You talking about 2 big Nigerians that are anti-Trump, that are pro-LGBT, that may be gay themselves, who rehearsed with Jussie about this attack. They got paid $3,500. Jussie still owes them $500. They were in custody, got released. One of them is a felon with a violent crime, attempted murder, which got played down to aggravated assault, and Jussie may go to the penitentiary himself. So that is all I got. What say you? Are you surprised at this? Did you think this would be the case from the very beginning? I knew that it was a hoax from the jump, but I didn't know that you're going to have 2 Nigerian guys involved. I mean, come on, man. Like, make it realistic and don't do it right outside your house. At least go to Southern Indiana or something like that. You could have, gone somewhere else and not had it be so obvious that it was staged. These guys took a lift to the location. They went to the Ace Hardware. You could see them on the face recognition. I mean, they follow each other on Instagram. They know each other. They've been on the show before. It was just too simple, too easy to put together. But am I wrong here? If I'm wrong, then how am I wrong? I mean, the mainstream media is saying it. The guys that were in question are saying it. You got independent sources that are saying it. Everybody's saying what's going on. Jussie now has Michael Cohen's lawyer, high-powered criminal defense lawyer. His job is to make sure Jussie does not go to the penitentiary. And if he does go to the penitentiary, hopefully he doesn't go too long. He's going to try to plead down to something, make it go away. So that's that. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.